everything, including the things that make you cry and make you sad. Psalm 77, verse 1 through 2. My voice rises to God. I will cry aloud. My voice rises to God, and He will hear me. In the day of my trouble, I sought the Lord. In the night, my hand was stretched out without weariness. My soul refused to be comforted. Even when the psalmist says, my soul refuses to be comforted, nothing's making me happy. Nothing is comforting me. He still ran to God. Notice what he did. He's seeking the Lord. I cry to you. I cry to you, God. Everybody else is ignoring me, but you're listening. I'm crying to you, Lord. And my arms are weary, my hands are weary, but they're outstretched to you, God. That is a relationship that you have with the Lord. You know what's beautiful about Psalm 77? It's written by Asaph, a man by the name of Asaph, who really wrote a lot of Psalms, and they're phenomenal. Psalm 77 is interesting, though, because in our translation, English translation, mind you, it looks like Asaph is saying, repeating over and over, God, 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 God. That's not what's happening in the Hebrew, though. In the Hebrew, Asaph uses 5 titles and names of God throughout that psalm. And he starts with a very generic name of God, Elohim. Elohim, in the beginning, God, Elohim. And Elohim is used throughout Scripture, in the Hebrew Scripture, to reference God and to reference angels. It really means anything that's a divine origin can be called an Elohim. And so we would just say God. And so Asaph begins his prayer by saying God. But then we see him use more and more titles and names for God that's becoming more and more intimate as he prays, until he finally ends with the name Yah, which is a shortened form of the word Yahweh, the personal name of God. So he begins very generic, God, because he's broken. But as he prays, as he looks up and stops looking within, he ends by saying the very personal name of God. You are my Yahweh. Intimacy. Something changed in Asaph in that prayer. Something changed on the inside of him. Now, when he came to the end of the prayer, were the circumstances changed? No. When he came to the end of the prayer, was everything fixed? No. Nothing out here changed for Asaph. But something in here changed for Asaph. It's this intimacy that we find with him when we seek him, when we look to him above all else.